Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Anthony, and today we'll be reviewing a title that means a lot to me, actually. So, hope you all enjoy it, really. Alright, so, if you can tell from the graphics earlier, today we'll be talking about Breath of the Wild. And, kind of before we jump into that, I'll talk briefly about some of the other Zeldas before it and everything. So, unlike a lot of people, actually, I didn't really start with, Zelda 1 or Zelda 2 or anything from the SNES. I started with Twilight Princess on the Wii, and yeah, that was my first Zelda ever. At the time, I was super scared of it because it just looked way too real, and I was like, oh my god, this is too fucking real, man. But that's beside the point. Then after that, I played Wind Waker, and I played a few other Zeldas after that. And one thing I could truly say is that The Legend of Zelda is definitely a franchise that is one of my favorites, and is really just one of the closest to my heart. And just seeing this series evolve throughout the course of time has just been amazing and awesome to see, really, because each one has just been getting better and better. So, for all y'all who don't watch E3, which, by the way, if you don't actually, you should go do that. It's an awesome game convention to watch. It's so cool. Awesome announcements get thrown there. It's great. And especially the Twitch chat. Twitch chats are the greatest thing to happen on this earth. I swear to you. Poggers, Hypers, Pepe Hands, PogChamp, they're all great. They're all fantastic, and they're all so stupid. But that's the beauty of them, right? So back in 2013 at E3, Nintendo dropped a trailer for a new Zelda game, and it was a 30-second teaser, nothing more, and it just looked crazy. The first time I saw this trailer, I was like, oh my god, this is insane, what the hell is this thing? This just looks crazy. And I remember me and my friends were like, oh my god, dude, I can't wait for this game to come out. I wonder if it's gonna come out for the Wii U. Which, yes, that was the console that was out around that time. I think so. It'll be a thing in the video, basically proving I'm probably wrong. But that's okay. Then in E3 2016, I remember the day perfectly, right? I was finished up my last exam, and me and my friend Phil, we were just running back to my house, running back as fast as we can after a little McDonald's trip, which is beside the point. And we were running back as fast as we can so we could catch the E3 showcase and see, the new Breath of the Wild trailer, the thing I've been waiting for 3 years. And as soon as we got home, put it on my little laptop, and just in pure awe and ecstasy, I was like, oh my god, ecstasy is probably not the right word for that. Don't mind that, but the first time I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is insane. The music was just out of this world. The world, oh my god, the overworld just looked so crazy. I was like, holy crap, this looks way too good. And just until the very end of the trailer, I was in pure shock. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then, they name dropped it, Breath of the Wild. The chat was going crazy. Me and my friend Phil, we were going crazy. It was, honestly, it was something, and to this day is something I will never, ever forget. Then, after that, the next year, or I think it was the next year, maybe it was 2018, but I can't remember right now, and I'm too lazy to search it up again. They dropped another trailer in 2017 at E3 again, and I was there for that one in the Twitch chat, watching it, and it was crazy. My mind was exploding. I was like, holy crap. Oh, excuse me. And shit. So aside from that, while I was watching that trailer, I was like, holy crap, this is crazy. This world looks way too good, oh my god, and it just, the entire art style, the new engine it was in, it was like, holy crap, this is crazy. And then, I think they dropped the release date there, I can't remember actually, but I remember just seeing the release date, or seeing something about it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm pre-ordering it. And that was the same time, I'm pretty sure they were also talking about the Switch, and showed off the trailer, and the release trailer for the Switch, and it was just like, holy crap, we're getting the Switch, and we're getting Breath of the Wild, it's too good. Okay, so I think that's maybe enough about the trailers. as I'm already 5 minutes in. So I'll talk about now the game and everything about it. So let's start off with the big thing. Its world. Breath of the Wild's world is huge. Like, it is gigantic. Like, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than Skyrim's. It's bigger than The Witcher 3's, I think? No, it's not, actually. It's not. No, never mind. It's bigger than Skyrim's, and Skyrim's pretty fucking big. So, Breath of the Wild's world, it's huge, and every corner, I swear to God, every corner of that world is filled with something. There's always something really tiny there, and if you go there, you'll be rewarded for just exploring the damn place, because there's something there. Like, maybe it's not, like, something like a god-tier weapon or whatever, but it's something, right? It's still rewarding you for going out of your way to go to the middle of, nowhere. Aside from that, and how big it is and everything, the world is legitimately beautiful. Like, the swaying of the grass, the whole beautiful art style they got going, and just how beautiful it runs. Obviously, the game does dip down in frames a few times. It really does. And it's unfortunate. But aside from that, honestly, like, the game, the overall beauty of the game and all its different little, not worlds, but like lands, I guess. Like, you got the desert land, forest, mountains, whatever, right? You get it. They're all so different from each other, obviously. And they're all just so, like... Okay, I really hate interruptions. Anyway, overall, the worlds are just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And... yeah, man, like, if you're looking for a good open world game and you happen to have a Switch just sitting there on your desk and you don't have Breath of the Wild, go fix that. Like, seriously, go fix that. Alright, so now let's kind of talk about Breath of the Wild's combat. And I never thought I'd ever be talking about a Legend of Zelda combat, as most of them throughout the entire series have been just kind of the same, except for, like, everything that wasn't on a main series console. They're all just kind of the same, just hack and slash, Skyward Sword. We don't talk about that one. No offense to any Skyward Swords people, game's beautiful, I love the art style, story's great. Mechanics are fucking ass, though. I'm sorry, they're just so bad, and please defend it. Like, I really do want to see your defending comments, but it's whatever. You like it, I don't. We're different people. We have different opinions. That's okay, right? I have the right to say mine, you have the right to say yours, so whatever. Anyway, though, the combat in Breath of the Wild, it is, like, fantastic. There's not much diversity between the weapons. It's basically sword, spear, axe, long sword, bigger sword, other big things, question mark, yeah. And they're all basically pretty normal. All of them have a little charge attack. All of them have a 3-hit combo, I think. They all have an aerial thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they're all really cool. A lot of them are different from each other. A lot of them are kind of the same. But just the overall feeling of just kind of having all of these weapons and not just aiming for the Master Sword, it's cool. It's like you're relying more on what you get from the overworld. So you're like, okay, better sword, grab that, throw that, use that until it breaks, and have to get a new one. Like, before you get the Master Sword, you go through a lot of weapons, because they have durability and whatnot, and you go through them pretty damn quickly. And I think it's just a great system that, Nintendo put into the game. And I think it really suited it, honestly. Okay, so this one will be brief, since it's not really the most important thing about the game, but we'll talk about Breath of the Wild's story. And it's not Xenoblade Chronicles level, where it's fucking insane. It's not like Last of Us, where you're gonna cry. It's just there. Like, not to say it's not a bad story, but it's not the greatest either. Like, it's there, it does its job, it's a story. And, the story evolves as you progress throughout the game. That's how it goes. And it's there. It tells a really good story, actually, just about the history of Breath of the Wild and everything that came before the game. And it does a lot about its lore and adds more into the entirety of the giant Zelda lore that it is. Okay, so I feel like I've once again talked a little bit much about the game. and this video is getting a bit long, and that's going to become harder to edit. So I'm going to end it as quick as possible now. So we'll talk about how long it is to beat this game. Now it's really weird because I'm looking on the website now for once. So basically it says that its main story is about 47.5 hours long, which I can believe. And then its main story plus extras is about 92, which I can also believe. And then if you're going for a full-on completionist, that's about 176 hours, which is probably true because there's a lot of content in the game. For me, personally, I played through Breath of the Wild twice. The first time I played through it, I beat the first playthrough, sorry, I did it in 60 hours. I hate interruptions. Okay, sorry about that. So my first playthrough, it took me about 60 hours to beat the game. And that was me just kind of like, figuring things out and just doing whatever. And then eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna go beat the game. And I did. 60 hours and I beat it. And then my second playthrough, I ended up taking about 100 or so hours. And that was awesome. Like, I did so much in that game. I did as many, little mini dungeon things they got. It was more of a puzzle thing than a dungeon. And I just did as much as I could in the game until I got to a point where I was like, okay, I've done enough, and let's go beat this game now. And, I did. And I'm honestly debating to go play through it again a third time, so, kind of talks about the replayability of the game. Okay, so now let's kind of talk about pricing of the game. So the game is priced at right now at $59.98, and that's on Amazon.com. So that's for all you American watchers. For me in Canada, it is probably at $65. And this is 2 years after release, by the way. So, this game has barely devalued in price. I'm not going to read out the other editions since, the name of this channel, Broke College Reviews. I assume none of y'all have that much money. So we're going to skip that. You can look at it, you can feel your wallet hurt from it, or your soul. But, yeah, we'll just, we'll skip that. So, it's $59.98. That's honestly still a pretty good price for a game that I honestly think is one of the greatest games I've ever played. Aside from Persona 5 1, which you should also go watch. Thank you. And, I think it's fun. And I think you'll all enjoy it a lot. Hopefully. Okay, so, we made it, right? We're about 13 minutes and 45 seconds-ish. And, it's gonna be a fun one to edit. Probably take a long time. But, aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys, like these things. I don't really know, honestly, how much longer I'll do this. Well, I have 3 more videos after this, but it all depends on what you guys think and what you guys want. But, yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoy this. And if you guys consider getting Breath of the Wild because of my review, hey, man, that's awesome. That's awesome I was able to, just from my incredibly biased opinion, which to any reviewer or any official reviewer, I'm sorry, but I just have my own way of doing things, man. To anybody I was able to maybe convince or anything, hey, that's awesome, man. I love being able to recommend good games that I think are just out of this world to anybody, and it puts a little bit of a smile on my face. So that's all cool and everything. So hope you all enjoy this video, and leave a like, leave a comment. You know the drill. Once again, you all use YouTube, or don't. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's okay, man. I'm all good with that. So, hope you all enjoyed it. My name's Anthony. This is Broke College Reviews, and hope you all have a good day.